Hello and welcome back to episode 10 of My Hero Academia. Last time we saw a bunch of villains entering the USG. I remember the acronym, I don't remember the full name because it's something quite complicated. This seems very dangerous because I think it's the first time the students face a true threat. Of course, we saw Bakugo and Deku both face the sludge monster, but I don't think that counts because I don't know. I think this is different because it was just one villain, and any hero will be able to defeat that villain. Let's say I don't think they will have much problem with said villain, but now we have a bunch of them with different quirks that we don't know. And of course, the students might be in a very precarious situation. Ugh. I don't know what's wrong with me today. But anyway, yeah, I'm really eager to see what is going on. What is the deal with this? So let's cut the chit chat and let's go to the episode right now. They are. I think that's the reason. Without him, the society will crumble. So everybody is in the different zones except this guy because they could escape. And of course Aizawa, who is in the center. Okay, this is... Oh! Oh! I felt that this episode was a lot shorter than the rest, but I think it because it was so fast paced. Oh, but anyway, I'm gonna watch this again probably more than one time. Probably more than one time after this one, and I'll be back with my commentary. See you in a bit. And now I'm back with my commentary. As I said before, I watched again the episode, and as I said before, it felt shorter. I don't know, perhaps because it was such a good episode. We saw the villains, some of their quirks. The fog guy, his quirk is to create portals, so that's how he moves. That's why he was able to move from the center of the entire building, of the entire dome, to the exit of it. He spread the rest, or at least most of the students around the area, but just inside this building, because yeah, the villain who can block the signals, I think its range is limited. So if they set a foot outside of this, the alarms will go off. So everybody has to be inside. Still is dangerous because, well, there are a lot of villains there. Some of the students have less problem with villains, as we saw Todoroki, the ice guy, didn't seem to be bothered by them. We saw Midoriya, who at the beginning was okay, how the hell are going to be able to beat them? We saw Yaoyorozu with Kaminari, and I think the girl with the earphone, the earphone jack. So I saw the guy with the tail that I didn't know his quirk. I didn't saw the last episode until now. I see him quite clearly enough to see his quirk. I saw the guy with the head of a bird. With another guy I don't remember. I saw Bakugo and the guy Kirijima, if I'm not mistaken. The guy who can harden his body, and they were doing quite well too. 13 stay near the exit, but of course they are dealing with, I think, one of the principal villains, one of the main villains. And Razorhead was closer to the center, trying to get to the guy with the hat on his face, And the big guy, the muscle guy, the one who is fighting All Might in the opening. It is quite interesting to see the rest of the people, how the people react in an emergency, and some of them are scared like nobody else. Like Mineta was scared because, well, his quirk is not fitted to combat, and maybe it is true. He produced like kind of a ball from his hair that can stick to other places, but it bounced to him, which is not very well combat oriented. But yes, I can see why he is so scared. He was just graduating from junior high. He has like 15 years. He's like 15-year-old, something like that. Sorry for the music. I have noisy neighbors. Sorry, neighbor. But anyway, sorry for that. Yeah, the villains, and of course the purpose of the villains is to kill All Might. How are they going to do that? Come on, All Might is, well, extremely powerful, as I said several times before. How did they manage to find a way of killing him? That will be interesting to see. I hope All Might doesn't die in the next episode. I hope so, because I really like him, but I don't know what's going to happen. I think that's great of the series, that it kind of doesn't let you know what exactly is going to happen. It's not predictable. Some other series you can see the ending a mile away, but with this one, I don't know if All Might will survive. I don't know if he is going to die. I have no idea. So yeah, there is tension there. Another aspect I found very intriguing was 13 power. Apparently he has like well, gloves that obstruct his own quirk. Once the glove, a little something in the tip of the finger of the glove opens, his quirk is activated and start to absorb, well, everything in front of them, which is quite useful against the fog guy, because yes, he doesn't seem to be well, to have a physical form. It's just fog. So how the hell do you fight against that? That's why Bakugo and Kirishima weren't able to damage him when they jump into action at the beginning. So yeah, 13 is quite fitted to fight this guy. Ida, of course, I think is the best option they have to let the rest of the school know that there are villains inside the building. Because yes, I suppose most of the classes say, okay, just leave them, they are in rescue, so it doesn't matter. And I don't know, like 2 hours at least, I don't think they will investigate it. And for that time, probably the kids or the students will be dead if they don't take action. That will be something to see. So yeah, the best option is to either to run and try to get somebody else, because if they don't, how the hell are going to survive the villains? Perhaps most of the villains are not these powerful beings, but perhaps 10 of them, and with those 10 it's going to be a pain if they don't get professional heroes to help them. Because yes, they have powers and some of them are incredibly powerful. Midoriya's power is amazing. Bakugo's power is extremely violent and extremely effective in combat. Todoroki's power is again incredibly strong. Depending on how much electricity Kaminari is able to, well, shoot, he can be very dangerous for the rest. Who else? The shadow guy, perhaps, because I don't know the limits or the distance or whatever he can do. But still, they are teenagers. They are not professional heroes, and perhaps these villains have years and years of experience in combat. So yes, they are still teenagers, so they need professional heroes here. So either the best course of action is for him to run and get help, since he's the fastest of them all. Oh, well, I thought that maybe Uraraka can help him to make him lighter, but yeah, I don't think he has control when he's floating, so yeah, that's a bad idea, so no. Another thing I found intriguing is the way Midoriya reacts to a crisis. As I said before, Midoriya is a nervous wreck. He's always trembling, he doesn't like to speak in public, but once he is needed, he takes control of his nerves and he becomes confident, as it should be. And he starts to analyze the situation and say, okay, we need to do this. In the moment they attack us, we're going to attack because they think they have the victory in their hands, because they don't know our quirks. They just try to overwhelm us with numbers and, of course, experience. But we can't do this because we now know that, for example, in the area they were, those were aquatic villains. They have powers to be able to control in the water. And yes, with his keen eye, he was able to determine that, which makes him quite a great analytical mind. And I love that side of Midoriya. And of course, once again, his plan was kind of throw it away because one of the villains got impatient and destroyed the boat. And oh, now I have to act quickly. And he say, okay, act like catch and die, jump and scream, die. And I laugh a little bit on that because, yeah, it's so odd to see Midoriya screaming, die, like Bakugo. But he took action, and just with 2 fingers, because I saw 2 shiny fingers, he created a hole in the bottom of that artificial lake. Everybody was drawn there because nobody expected that. None of the villains expected such power. And Mineta helped a lot because he threw these balls he has in his head. I know it sounds worse now that I said it out loud. But he threw those and the villains got stuck together so they cannot move. Therefore, they were incapacitated to do anything else, which was great. And as Sue said, both of them are really great, really cool. Yes, but she was acting, and she acted quickly too, because she rescued both of them. Without her, they will still perhaps be dragging back to the hole Midoriya create. So yes, Sue also act quickly. She can act fast and think we need to move away from this. And she has the great mobility in the water. So yeah, really move on her behalf. But I'm still curious to see the powers of the other 2 guys, the other 2 main guys that I saw. The muscle guy and the guy with the hand on her head, because I really don't know what her powers are. I'm curious to see. And yes, I want to see the next episode as soon as possible. Unfortunately, I have to stop right here because I have no light and I have to do other things before I can have more free time. So yes, I'm going to stop it right there, and I'm going to watch it, I don't know, tomorrow or next Tuesday, I don't know, when I have time, because I really want to see what's going on after this. I'm eager to see how is this going to end. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, thank you for listening, and well, see you next video, I hope. Bye.